Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
I heard a rumor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I think we can find out here in a moment.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I heard that Drew Gaffney
Yes.
has been working out, lifting weights.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I think he puts on, like, when he gets home after a hard day at the barns,
Yeah.
this is what I heard. He takes off his cowboy boots, put on, sweatpants and sneakers, and goes and lifts weights.
Really?
Can we find out if it's true or not?
Sure. I'd like to know the answer to that.
Good morning, Drew.
Morning.
Is it true that you're lifting weights after work?
Well, I used to do a lot of 12-ounce curls after work, but I don't do much anymore.
I hear you. Getting home's not a bad deal, is it?
No.
Got to get rested up for the next day because you guys are busy right now at the barns. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, we've had a big day last Thursday in Broken Bow. Kind of give you a recap of what we got done there. In those way-up cow market, that market just keeps getting hotter and hotter. High-yielding cows is anywhere from $1.02 to $1.12. The next cut of those cows was $87 to $1.175. Poor cows, thin cows, $84 to $86. Heiferettes was $1 to $1.48. Bulls was $1 to $1.41. And then in the baby calf division, we had baby calves anywhere from $2.50 up to $4.75. Got into the video auction, and the bred cow auction, video pair auction. Had a really good auction there. Had a lot of buyers in the seats and on online, and had buyers from 3 different states there as well. In the pair division, the first calf heifer pairs, we went anywhere from $25.50 up to $25.75. Running age pairs, we were $2,200 on those. On the solid mouth pairs, we were anywhere from $1,650 up to $2,500. And in the broken mouth pairs, we were $1,500 up to $1,825. When we got in the bred cow division, solid mouth cows anywhere from $1,500 up to $1,775. And the short solids is anywhere from $1,400 up to $1,575 a pair. And in the broken mouth division, we were $1,300 to $1,500 on those bred cows. That's how we operated last week. This week, got a big weigh-up special in Broken Bow on Thursday, and I do know we do have about 8 head of really nice baby calves coming in there. Some of those are going to be a month old, so if guys are needing any of those bucket calves or baby calves, sure be on the seats. We'll be on those right on at 11:30, and we should probably look at about 650 to 700 head of those weigh-up cows again this Thursday. On Friday in Burwell, got a big day. Going to be looking at about 3,500 head of fall calves and grass-type feeder calves on Friday over in Burwell. Got any questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105. Give Justin French a call there at the barn and Bow.
All right, Drew, thanks a lot. And if you decide that you want to maybe get together after work rather than some of those 12-ounce curls, you want to lift weights, Brent is interested in getting together with you.
Yeah.
Well, that would work. That's what I tell Connor Wells all the time at work there at the sale barn. I said, anytime you want a shot at the grill champion, just come on at me.
There you go. I'd like to see that.
Hey, there you go. Hey, Drew, thanks a lot. Great sales, good activity. Appreciate your report.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, take care. 7:35 is your time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And we're glad. Yesterday, I promised to read the 50-year anniversary of Central Nebraska Medical Clinic, and I didn't get it done. So I'm going to do it right now.
That's a great idea.
Before I forget.
Let's do that.
Central Nebraska Medical Clinic, PC, first opened its doors February 19th, clear back in 1973. Less than a month later, it was incorporated on March 1st in 73 by Dr. Lauren Jacobson and Dr. Mike Schlupka. The two had purchased the Ford Tractor Building, which is currently Frontier Family Pharmacy. They practiced family medicine at that location until 1976 when they moved to the hospital complex at Memorial Drive. The offices were situated in the East Wing, and during the next 45 years, the medical clinic had 4 mid-level providers that worked for a time and then relocated. There were also 11 doctors that practiced within the time frame. And then Dr. David Minnick joined in August of 95. Dr. Robert Kank joined in August of 99. Dr. Julie Lindstrom, daughter of Dr. Lauren Jacobson, joined the practice in September of 2011 to expand care. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic began 2 separate outreach clinics, one in Sargent in 1999, the other in Arcadia from 2017 to 2021. In 2018, the clinic moved to an updated facility on the north wing of the hospital. Currently, Central Nebraska Medical Clinic has 4 doctors, Dr. Minnick, Dr. Kank, Dr. Lindstrom, and Dr. Lindau. And they have nurse practitioner Lacey Scott and 4 physician assistants. And they continue to serve Central Nebraska and proud to be a part of this area, part of keeping care of us here. Congratulations on your 50th anniversary, Central Nebraska Medical Clinic PC. Quite a story. And there's more details there that I kind of passed over, a lot of history there. And a lot of people getting their care and being taken care of health-wise there at the clinic. Of course, they have that new facility up there now, which is fantastic.
Yes, it is.
They bring in all the specialists up at the hospital to go along with that, so it's a pretty good deal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a little bit something disturbing here this morning.
Disturbing? Wow,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I like the way this show is starting. We started with a rumor. Now we're moving into something disturbing.
Well, I got to ask you a question. You've been married for how long? For a while?
It'll be 24 years in August.
24 years
Yep.
in August. Okay. Well, you know, Joan and I have been together over 50 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been working on the house lately, doing some painting and different things. And so today, when I get off work, we're going to do some more things together. And we made it through the weekend. We papered a wall together.
Fantastic.
And 30 years ago or more, we tried that and swore we'd never do it again. And we got along really good.
Good.
But it went pretty well. Just a couple of little sly remarks and maybe raised our voices just a little bit in frustration. But we got along really good.
Well, that's good. There's a sign of how your relationship has grown over the 50 years.
Yeah. But when that happens, you go along, and pretty soon, you know, here's what kind of happened. I'll give it to you right here on my phone.
Wow.
We were
Okay.
texting, kind of making some plans this morning, and I said something like, okay, see you later. Let's move some furniture together because we're going to move furniture later.
Okay.
And Joan says, okay, if you say so, see you later. Wasn't that a classic Rolling Stones song, Let's Move Furniture Together? And I said, no, it was not Let's Move Furniture Together. It was Let's Spend the Night Together.
Oh, yes, that would be a Rolling Stone song.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are we at the point where it's going to be romantic for us to move furniture together?
Well,
Rather than spend the night together, as the Rolling Stones indicated would be a romantic time?
yeah.
Is that where we're at?
Well, I don't know. You know, my wife and I were visiting the other day over the weekend. Of course, we went to the grocery store like a lot of people did
Yes.
to get ready for Easter dinner. And we went to the store, and honestly, it felt like we were going out on a date. That's as romantic as it gets now. It's like going to the grocery store together is like a date now, after you've been married so long.
Well, and then you throw in eye appointments and doctor appointments and things where you might have to go.
Yeah, we actually did that
Yeah.
last week too. I rode with Shelley to a doctor's appointment.
Yeah,
and it was like a chance to get away together.
Well, that's just great.
Oh my goodness. Interesting how life changes as you get older, isn't it?
Yes. Did I bring my sheet in? Oh, I didn't. Okay, you're going to have to fill. I'll be right back.
Phil, okay. All right, bye, Dave. All right. I have no idea what Dave is going after. Hey, we'll let you know that Ansley Lumber's got a post sale going on right now. Check out their post sale going on at Ansley Lumber and Supply. With purchase of 2 or more bundles, you'll receive 5% off. That's cash or check only. And I believe they've got their paint sale continuing as well while supplies last. 20% off select Benjamin Moore paints, flat, eggshell, semi-gloss, Regal Select Pearl, Ben Exterior Low Luster, Ben Exterior Soft Gloss. Paint sale going on at Ansley Lumber and Supply. And as we move into this warmer weather, they've got everything you need for your warm weather projects. LP Smart Siding featuring premium diamond coat technology will protect your home for years to come. Ask them about shingles and other roofing options, or for the new deck you've been wanting. Ansley Lumber has great material options. So give them a call at 935-1815. You can also stop by Ansley Lumber and Supply, locally owned and operated right there in downtown Ansley. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Open on Saturdays as well, 8 until noon.
Thanks for filling.
You're welcome.
I had to get this sheet because today is International Louie Day.
Louie.
But see, is it Louie or Louie? I can play it. You don't need to sing it, Brent. I can play it. I've got it queued up here. It's okay.
I thought that was my cue.
No, you don't need to sing it. Please don't.
Okay.
I don't know how many people realize how old this song is. It was actually released in 1955 by Richard Berry. And then later, the Kingsmen and many others covered it. People like... the Kingsmen, Paul Revere and the Raiders, John Lennon, Led Zeppelin, the Grateful Dead, Billy Joel, and the Smashing Pumpkins have all done versions of Louie Louie.
Really? I would like to. I would like to hear the Led Zeppelin version.
Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Yeah. So it was Richard Berry and the Pharaohs who first released it in 55, so that's like 68 years ago. But that song, of course, was a huge garage band song. Every band that was formed in the middle 60s, early 60s through the late 60s into the 70s had to play that song. It was one that they could learn to play quite easily, and it was just a staple. As a matter of fact, there's been times where an official song of Washington State they were hoping that it would be Louie Louie. They were asking the state of Washington to make that their state song. Didn't happen.
No.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. On a Tuesday. And yes, let's just get romantic for a moment. You want to get romantic for a moment?
Sure.
Not with me. I mean,
Okay.
see if we can. Crispitos. Maybe comma or period. Crispitos. Chicken and cheese. Nacho chips and cheese.
Okay. And that was where again?
Sandhills Dunning.
Okay. Litchfield today, corn dogs at Litchfield.
Oh, that was simple.
Yeah. I gave you the hard ones.
Now that I think I'm on the right line now for Arnold, they're having burritos, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
At Thetford Public Schools today, chicken taquitos and broccoli at Thetford.
Ansley walking tacos, fruit, vegetables, and milk at Ansley today.
All right. Checking out the Gothenburg menu for you today. Some of their choices will be a meatball sub, pepper jack cheeseburger, and pizza at Gothenburg today.
That's all I have, Brent.
Okay, I've got a few more. We'll go to Broken Bow Middle and High. Broken Bow Middle and High School still showing no school on the 11th day of April. So we'll go to Anselmo Myrna, where it's showing made fresh chicken and noodles with dinner roll, pork fritter sandwich, fresh baked turkey and cheese sub. Those are some of your choices at Anselmo Myrna today. Sargent Public Schools, we got their menu for the week, and it shows today chicken nuggets, green beans, fruit cup, dinner roll, milk, and salad bar at Sargent. Those are your school lunch menus. Now the menu for the Prairie Pioneer Center here in Broken Bow. Looks like sausage gravy over biscuits today, green beans, peaches, and bread at the Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow.
All right, thank you very much. This is National 8-Track Tape Day on this 11th day of the month of April, 2023. Now, I don't know if you're old enough to, or too old.
It was, the 8-track tape was kind of fading out as I was getting old enough to even know what music was. That makes sense?
Yeah.
We were transitioning into the cassette tape in my young years.
Well, they would often jam, and they would you'd look if you had one in your car, if you had an 8-track player in your car, which if you did, you were kind of king of the school, man. You'd look over and there'd be tape running out on the floor.
Yeah.
And they were great for a little while. Actually invented by William Lear, the same guy who designed the Lear jet.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Really? The
Yeah.
guy who designed the Lear jet also created the 8-track tape.
Yes.
Wow.
Shows you that when you fail, you keep trying until you get it right. And also, the last release on 8-track was Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits album.
Huh.
Just for your record there. Logan's here from Arrowseed. How you doing, Logan?
Good. Doing good.
How's things at Arrowseed in Broken Bow, Nebraska?
They're pretty good.
Good.
Yeah. Did you guys have a good weekend?
Yeah, it was
Great
great
weekend.
weekend.
That's good.
Nice weather.
It was very nice weather.
Yeah.
So, Renee, my wife,
Yes.
actually treated me this weekend. It was Easter weekend. We had family over, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She actually took me to a theatrical performance.
Wow, we was talking about going
Yeah.
grocery shopping. You're going to theater.
Yeah, and it was actually a performance about puns and one-liners.
Oh boy, I bet you like that.
I did. It was a play on words. So it was pretty fun.
I don't even know if we should help you set these jokes up sometimes. How you been? All right?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Wow. You're starting to see a little more green out there, but we need some water, Logan. Can you make it rain?
I will do my hardest to do a rain dance.
Man,
It's
we got
not going to be pretty, but I'll try.
no fire danger index very high today. A red flag warning and goes into effect at noon today till 9. And I got to think it's going to happen again tomorrow because the forecast is about the same. So we're going to have to be careful out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So how's your cover crop doing?
It looks great.
Does the wildlife enjoy it too?
Yes. Well, what we have there, cats and dogs in the neighborhood. But yeah, it's looking good.
That's good. So I bet if you dig into that cover crop, there's probably a fair amount of moisture underneath.
The way it looks, I think you're probably right. And as we mentioned the other day, it's got the wormholes and so forth. So it's probably taken in some of that little bit of moisture we had.
Yep. So if you look at fields now, anything that's bare, like old bean ground, or maybe you baled some forages and you didn't plant anything back into it, those are the fields right now that are just blowing like crazy, and they're dry because that wind blows all the moisture away.
Yeah.
Sucks it right out of the soil, and then you're left with dust. You get a cover crop on there, you get something growing, it's going to keep that, it's going to hold things, but it's also going to keep that moisture from going bye-bye.
Yeah, well, I got to say, not only all of the benefits you just talked about, it's the only green thing in the yard. Is that right?
Exactly. Yep.
And it's really pretty thick.
Exactly.
pretty good.
Yep. So, that's just one of those things that if you have time, you might as well plant a cover crop. You might not have seen a whole lot last fall, but it was there.
Yeah.
It started growing way before anything else this spring. So, you're going to be beneficial in the long run.
All right. So what's our window right now? Are we still putting in some?
Yeah, we're still putting in oats, triticale, spring trit, spring barley, that type of stuff. Some mixes, some oats and peas going in. It's all at once right now,
Yeah.
and you've still got plenty of time. We're right kind of, I guess I'd say, in maybe the middle of that
Okay.
optimal window. Just be wary that the later you plant your spring crop, the later it's going to come off. So if you're looking to double crop it and put in a summer annual forage, that might set you back in that aspect.
Okay. All right.
So
So still time, still have supplies.
we do.
Yeah.
If you've got oats booked with us, we're good to go there. If it's new orders, we are behind just a little bit, but that's just because everything's been going out. It's been going out quicker than we can get it in.
Really? Okay.
So it's just that time of year.
Yep, that time of year. So switching over to the smaller producer, the folks who want to have a garden out back, people watching their yards and so forth, we still have a little ways to go there. Like you said last time you were here, we're a little behind, although this 80-degree stuff's going to change things pretty quickly, although we're going to go back into the 50s.
I was going to say, then you look at the forecast for next week, and
Yeah.
it's a stark reality that it is springtime in Nebraska.
Yes. Yes.
So, garden seed, we got the lion's share of our garden seed in. So we got good fresh seed. There are still some things that we're waiting to get here. They're just kind of trickling in. But we've got most of our cucumbers. I think we got the special cucumbers.
Oh, those,
The really good
highly
ones.
recommend those. Yeah,
The paranthrocarpic, I think is what they're called, cucumbers.
they
that
sure work for us.
They don't need insects to pollinate.
They don't.
They're
and-
self-pollinating.
And we've never been able to grow cucumbers in the past worth a hoot anyway. I mean, we get little teeny curled up things. But
Yep.
last year we finally had them due to that seed.
Yep.
So,
And they're just really good. I think they're Lagos maybe is what they're called. I forget the actual name of them. but they're probably the best slicers
They're good.
that you can get.
Logan, what about the tomatoes and that sort of thing? Are people I wanted to back up and give you a chance to talk about your seed a little bit, because you guys get it in the bulk,
We do.
and you don't have the fancy packaging, but you buy quality seed. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so you can go somewhere and get the quote unquote pre-packaged seed, and I've actually done some comparisons in the past, and a $4 pre-packaged thing of, say, sweet corn seed, you get X amount of seeds in it. They don't go by weight, they go by X amount of seeds.
Mm-hmm.
With us, you get about 1/4 of a pound of sweet corn seed for $4.
For $4, yeah.
So that's, or $6 or whatever we've got it priced at for a big scoop.
Mhm.
We don't count out sweet corn seed. We don't go, well, here's your 100 seeds, that'll be $10.99.
Yeah.
No, we weigh it out in the bulk. It is in packages that are conveniently, you can just grab it and go. But it's bulk. It's true bulk seed.
Yeah, and it's you can put it in an envelope, or
Mm-hmm.
if you really go crazy, in a small bag or whatever.
Yep.
And it smells good back there.
It does.
Yeah, it smells like
It does.
Yeah,
It smells like summer, like
Yeah.
gardening season.
yeah. So I wanted to kind of highlight that, because people are probably starting to think about buying seed now. Do you sell tomato seeds?
We don't do any of those.
You get plants
We
later.
get plants.
Yeah.
Yep. The reason we don't do any like the tomato seeds or pepper seeds or anything like that is, from our end, it's cost prohibitive,
I see.
because we have to buy so many of them. A pound of tomato seed will be like a 45-year supply for us.
So you don't really want to carry that over, but
And that's the smallest quantity of that stuff we can get. So we just get the actual plants.
Yep, later on the plants will come in.
Yep, and that's usually sometime in May.
Yep, along with some flowers and
Yep, all the pretty stuff. That you can concentrate on the fruits and veggies in the garden, but then to make the flower beds look good, we get the perennials and that type of stuff.
all right.
So,
By the way, when I stopped to see you the other day, you had somebody new at the desk.
yes, we've got Lori French.
Yeah.
Is working for
Nice
us.
to see Lori there.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
She's doing a great job.
Looks like you guys have a good time together.
We do. We do. It's fun.
And she's learning the ropes, which, by the way, so there's a lot more to learn than one would think.
With Arrow Seed, you think, oh, you guys sell seed. No, we sell a little. We're like a variety store
Yeah.
in a sense. We sell a little bit of everything. But Lori's picking up everything really good.
Good,
And she's just a great asset to have on the team.
Well, she's a nice gal.
She is. And she's put up with me for like 3 weeks now. So the fact that she didn't say, well, see you later.
Well, you knew
That
each
says
other
something.
before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was good to see her there. Nice to talk to her, and I thought we might mention that. Is there anything else that you wanted to mention that we haven't talked about?
Our 5-step fertilizer program, still time to sign up for that. We're looking probably starting the applications next week at some point, weather dependent.
Okay.
So it's time, but it's not time, if that makes sense.
Not against the wall, right?
No, we're right at the very, very beginning of that window.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
And thanks for that wonderful humor at the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah. We'll try better next time, maybe.
No, as we said, I don't know, Brent, if you feel this way, but sometimes the worse they are, the better they are, right?
Sure.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Gee, Merry Christmas.
Good to see you, Logan.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Logan, Arrow Seed open 5.5 days a week right downtown Broken Bow, Nebraska. You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Go and enjoy delicious home-style food and dine at the Tumbleweed Cafe from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. Or if you're on the go, swing through the drive-thru. In the morning, grab hot and fresh breakfast items. Meet at dinner for the family at home, but don't have the time to make it yourself? Breakfast casseroles, Reuben casseroles, chicken pot pies, lasagna, enchiladas, fresh bread, and more are ready to go home with you to pop in the oven from the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow.
Shop Hop is underway at the Quilting Shack. Through May, that means more time for you to shop. Shop Monday to Friday 10 to 5:30 and Saturdays 10 to 4. Yes, they are open on Mondays now through the end of May. The Pillow Cleaning Man is back Tuesday the 18th from 9 until 3. He cleans all types of pillows from feather and foam to down and fiberfill and more. New pillows are available to purchase too. Get started on your 4-H projects. The Quilting Shack in Broken Bow offers a 20% discount on your purchase for them.
Like our new jingle, Corporate Napa sent it to us. It's catchy, so we said, sure, we'll give it a try. But let's face it, we're rural Nebraskans, and corporate doesn't always know what we need out here. That's why we're glad to be WinQuest, a locally owned parts store that sells Napa parts. So we have the best of both worlds, a connection with a great company that sells quality parts, coupled with local ownership that still has the know-how to serve our customers like they deserve. When you're looking for the right parts, choose the right place. WinQuest, serving you since 1925. East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPVN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The mayor of Louisville, Craig Greenberg, is speaking out in the wake of that mass shooting that killed 5 in his city, telling CBS Mornings.
We must call on our state legislatures to give cities like Louisville the autonomy to control our own destiny with respect to reducing this gun violence epidemic.
One of 2 Tennessee Democrats expelled by the Republican majority over a gun violence protest, State Representative Justin Jones, is back in his seat for now.
No exposure, no attempt to silence us will stop us, but it'll only galvanize and strengthen our movement. And we continue to show up in the people's house. Power to the people.
President Biden is heading to Northern Ireland.
This trip will have the president meeting with the leaders of the UK and Ireland, speaking to the Irish Parliament, and giving a speech here in Belfast marking the anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement that ended decades of sectarian bloodshed.
CBS's Stephen Portnoy. CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keyes.
In Nebraska news, authorities have been notified about an inmate missing from the Community Corrections Center at Lincoln. Bay Shual was on a job-seek furlough yesterday when the center received notification of a tampering of his electronic monitoring system. Shual started his sentence April 26th of 2021. He is serving a 3-year to 6-year sentence out of York County for attempted robbery. He is scheduled for a parole hearing in May of this year. Shual was a 20-year-old black male, 6'1", 145 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. Anyone with knowledge of his whereabouts is asked to contact local authorities or the Nebraska State Patrol. The center is one of 2 community custody facilities operated in the community and are the lowest custody level and least restrictive facility there in Lincoln. Inmates are allowed to participate in work opportunities, attend school and religious services with prior approval and without direct supervision. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In baseball games of note, the Rays are still undefeated on the season, now 10-0 after a 1-0 win over the Red Sox. Tampa Bay used 5 different pitchers and held Boston to 3 hits. Mets shut out the Padres 5-0 behind starter Max Scherzer's 5 shutout innings. He and 4 relievers combined on the 2-hit shutout of San Diego. Diamondbacks blanked the Brewers 3-0 in an early season battle of division leaders. Zach Gallen 7 shutout innings for Arizona. He and 2 relievers combining on the 3-hit shutout. Rangers beat the Royals 11-2. Texas starter Andrew Haney tied an American League record with 9 consecutive strikeouts. He finished with 10 Ks in the win. Braves walk off with a 5-4 win over the Reds in 10. Cubs walk off with a 3-2 win over the Mariners in 10. Dodgers beat the Giants 9-1. Max Muncy, 2 homers, 7 RBI for LA. And the Phillies clobber the Marlins 15-3. Philadelphia's Alex Boehm, a homer and 6 RBI. Marlins ace Sandy Alcantara allowed 9 earned runs.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Sunshine today with our high nearing 84. South winds between 10 and 25 and gusting as high as 35. Clear skies overnight with a low around 51. South winds between 15 and 25 and gusting as high as 35. Sunshine and warmer throughout Wednesday with a high of 88. South winds still between 15 and 20 and gusting as high as 35. And clear and 56 over Wednesday night. South winds still gusting as high as 40 miles per hour. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm Staff Meteorologist Kara Foster.
As a roofer, I'm always on the go, so I need to be able to get things done from anywhere. That's why I partner with Beacon. With the new Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. It's like having my Beacon rep in my pocket 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through June, purchase through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Beacon, always building.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
8:08 is your time, and I just realized when I played the Tumbleweed commercial, we did not play the game earlier, so we'll get to that a little bit later on. We'll catch up on that and have a chance for you to win a Tumbleweed certificate with all the new things that are going on out there. We want to be sure and highlight that. 53 degrees, partly sunny here at Broken Bow. Winds are out of the south, 6 and 7 miles per hour. Barometric pressure bouncing back up just a little bit at 3013. Humidity at 49%. High yesterday, 77 with an overnight low of 39. Sunset today at 8:13. 1/100th of an inch precipitation in the rain gauge. And we've been talking about it already this morning, but we do go with a red flag watch, which means very, very high conditions for fire possibilities today from noon until 9 o'clock due to the wind, low humidities, and the temperature. So let's turn things over to Brent Apperson with our next guest.
Jeff Denson, Team Physical Therapy, is here. Hi,
Good
Jeff.
morning. How are you?
Doing fantastic. How are you?
Great. Speaking of tumbleweed, Dave, I went and grabbed you a couple steak sandwiches from the tumbleweed.
Oh, man. Are these the big poppies?
I believe those are the big poppies.
Nice.
I had a little sample of these last week. Oh, my goodness. Boy, am I going to have a breakfast.
Yes. So
I might even share.
I was very fortunate to get to go watch a little spring training baseball. And so we were texting Brent back and forth when we're out watching some spring training. We got to go see the Royals play the Cubs at the Cubs Stadium in Arizona. So Mike Borders and I were there with our beautiful brides and watched a full game and continued to text Brent back and forth about...
Thanks for that.
Now, the Cubs did win.
Killing me.
I wasn't necessarily rooting for them, but they did win. So with that, we got Brent a little gift. And so we wanted to present that. Mike was going to be here, but he had to get to Ainsworth this morning. So we got Brent a little rally chain.
Oh, my goodness.
To go watch some games with. So
oh, man.
Oh, this is
present
awesome.
that to Brent now.
Oh, this is awesome.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, I'm in heaven. Every Cubs game on television, I'm wearing this baby.
So
in fact, I'm going to wear it to the ballpark when I do Legion games.
That'll be perfect. That's what I thought. Maybe you could just have a little
Nice.
rally chain for the Legion program. Little Cubs rally chain. So you get some steak sandwiches, but I had to bring that to Brent this morning.
Thank you for both.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you,
I would wear
Mike
that all day,
Borders,
just-
if you're listening. I'm going up to help announce a junior high track meet today. I might just wear it up there.
That's perfect. So it's been riding around my
great.
pickup since we got back, and I hadn't got it to you yet. But
thank
Mike
you.
wanted to come in
That's-
with me, but
Thank
he
you,
had,
Mike.
Head for Ainsworth. So
That's awesome. Thanks.
We were going to do a little hat thing, and then we saw that and thought, no, let's
this
have
is
this.
awesome. I love this. This is great.
Oh, thanks a lot, and thanks for this. Well, those are good. The Tumbleweed's really going all out on this new option that you.
Yeah, I
have
was
out
driving
there.
through this morning, and they had 2 cars in front of me, and I was there less than 3 minutes.
Wow. Picking up breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah.
And,
It was amazing.
Yeah,
So-
we'll talk about that later because we wanted to highlight a little more of that. But thank you so much.
Absolutely.
That's nice of you.
You know, I'm wearing this chain around my neck. It's a little heavier than I thought it was.
Yes.
Now, if I have problems with my neck,
Yes.
wearing this all day,
I have
can
an
I come
idea
to
where-
Team Physical Therapy?
You can.
Get a little therapy?
Absolutely.
All right,
I
thanks.
wasn't meaning for it to gain business, but I guess that's a secondary benefit.
It happens. I figured that's why you got me this.
No.
Like, oh, good. It'll weigh Apperson's neck down, and he'll have to come in and pay for some therapy.
We might need to get you in some weight training so you can handle that thing. around
Yeah,
you. Carry that
would
yoke.
be good. Yes. Man, the weather was it. I mean, it's gorgeous today.
Yes,
Yesterday was
absolutely.
beautiful. Sunday was beautiful. People are getting out. People are walking. People are wanting to go running.
Yes.
But when you make that transition, you want to make sure that you're prepared.
Yes.
When you go out and
Absolutely.
start walking.
I've noticed just with kids, we just had a couple baseball practices the last 2 days, and how dehydrated and how fast they get dehydrated. Just jumping into warmer temperatures, like we were 80s yesterday, and bodies just aren't used to that. So make sure if you're going to do a bunch of activities outdoors, really hydrate before. Make sure that you're drinking lots of fluids beforehand, because you can get behind pretty quick. We even had a couple kids that had to stop practice just because they got too hot. So make sure that you're doing that. So, and especially just getting outdoors and doing a lot more physical activity outside. Just make sure you're watching that.
I think we've talked about this before, but hydration really is a critical part of it, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people with like degenerative joint problems, degenerative disc problems in their back, and it's a natural aging process that your disc is going to dehydrate over time, in both your neck and back, and even thoracic spine. And really getting that disc hydrated at night for some people is a key to pain relief. So if you have stenosis in your back, and that basically means that your vertebrae are coming closer together and pinching the nerves as they leave the spine, that process really is affected by how dehydrated that disc tissue is, and how much space there is in between there, just based on hydration. So you'll have patients that can go. Some people have a lot of pain first thing in the morning, and that generally means that they're pinching a nerve, like in their back, due to how close the disc is to the tissue. And then other patients that older, like I have a lot of older guys with stenosis in their back, that their worst pain is at the late edge of the day after they're done moving around, and then they just really start to ache bad. And that just has to do with the natural hydration of disc tissue throughout the day, whether you compress it out of there or with activity, or if it swells up at night. So
I hope this isn't too dumb of a question. I know we talk about, stretching and things before you go out, or, the cooling down period when you're done. It's important to stretch too. What about just stretching right before you go to bed?
it's a great idea. Yeah, it absolutely is a great idea. We really are switching a lot too. And I talk to kids about this a lot now with athletes and then just people who are working outside. If you can go take a little brisk walk and get a light little sweat going before you're going to do something vigorous, that's probably the best warm-up that you can do. So we do a lot of active warm-up with athletes, less about passive stretching. And then if you need to make gains in flexibility, and almost everybody does, then you do that post-activity. Right as you were starting to cool down, get aggressively stretching at that point, and you'll make a lot more gains in flexibility post-exercise. If you're doing really a lot of stuff vigorously, you don't want to do too much flexibility things beforehand to kind of give your body more range of motion, and you're not used to it, and that's when you pull something. So better to just get a light sweat going, do your activity, and then stretch after.
I know there's many in this area. I'm one of them. Like to golf. I haven't been out on the course yet.
Yeah.
But usually when I go to the course for the first time, the first swing that I take, I then go with,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I don't stretch
Yes.
before
And you
I
aren't
take the
warm.
first.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, I think we've kind of been talking about track and walking and running. Yeah. But for people wanting to get back out on the golf course, man, it really is important that you stretch and everything, because taking that first swing can cause some problems.
Doing some things to get warm or get your body a little bit loose is the best idea. Like a lot of people go to the range first for just a little while, half a bucket of balls, and that's a great idea, just to get loose. Take your time so you're not swinging full right before you start. Like you're on the first tee and you really swing as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, right.
May not like the end of the round.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It never
just
fails. And it's the first swing. You think,
Yeah.
oh boy, here we
Yeah.
go. You swing and it dribbles off the tee, and you're like in pain.
Even if you just go take, again, just like a vigorous walk before.
Yeah.
Before you even go out there is a great idea. Just a little bit, just to get body loosened up. That is an athletic move that requires us to use muscles we don't always use all year long, especially as long as this winter was. So
yeah, it was a long winter, wasn't it? Yes. Some things that maybe you wanted to visit about, Jeff?
No,
we're
just excited about track season. Working through those injuries. We've had some shin splint problems. Some spinal pain stuff going through track season, but and then for all those, just getting back to work for farmers and ranchers has been seeing a lot of people with that.
Yeah,
ready for a rain day to bring some of them back in. So
there you go, boy.
Hopefully sometime soon.
We could use a rain day for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, for about a week straight, I think.
Yeah,
would be great.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
You want to talk about baseball at all? Or,
sure.
I was looking at the schedule. You're going to start Legion baseball like in a month.
Yes, we're starting May 14th. Getting excited about that. Have a full schedule. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I went up yesterday to my daughter's coaching her daughter's team in soccer, and so I went up there. Man, it was just so awesome to see all the kids out at soccer. There were kids on the diamond, looked like they were practicing, for T-ball or whatever, and it's a great time of year.
Yeah, I think we've got for 10U through 14U baseball. All of those practices, I think, are rolling now. If you have a child interested in coach pitch, or basically T-ball and coach pitch, which is basically 5 up to 9, we're still taking lots of signups for those. So get those kids in. We haven't set any teams for that yet. That'll be a little bit later in May, or about May 1st. We'll put all those together, and they'll start games in June. But for our baseball league that we're in, South Central Nebraska Baseball League, all of those games will start about mid-May also. And then girls softball, they have a 10U team that they've started up, a 12U team, and then 14U, and then the Spirit team. And I think all of those practices are basically started. If you have a child of that age and need to get them signed up, just get that done. You can find our link on Facebook, DYO Facebook page, or get a hold of one of the board members to get that signed up. And again, T-ball, and if you haven't heard anything about T-ball and you've signed up, we haven't started much of that yet. So that'll become, Tom Griffith will put together that information and get those teams set up here a little bit later, within a couple weeks probably.
Yeah. Well, appreciate all the volunteer work that so many people put into this, that we can have these programs in the summertime. So
and
well done.
I think we've had a very large push for getting the youth back going since we had just a little shutdown of baseball with COVID stuff a couple of years ago, and you see numbers drop from that, and so we're hoping to just really build that back up and get these programs fed from the bottom side up. That's going to be the key for keeping things going.
Yeah, great.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks to all the volunteers also for me. So
yeah, thanks for the sandwiches.
Yes, have some sandwiches, and
thanks for the Cubs chain, man.
I would love to see that at the baseball field this summer.
I'll be wearing it to the baseball.
Little rally chain.
In fact, I might just sleep with it.
Yeah, that's upsetting, but okay.
Yeah, that's real upsetting.
Maybe Billy might need that just for part of the game. So
I'm going to make sure Billy sees it.
Yes,
I guarantee you.
He'll be excited about that.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, guys.
We'll take a time out. Tired of having people repeat things for you or maybe even yell at you? Learn about the latest hearing technology and have a hearing consultation and have your hearing instruments cleaned for free at a special 10-day event in Broken Bow with Custer County's newest Audiology and Hearing Center. Call today to schedule April 10th to the 14th and April 17th to the 21st. Go to 805 South F Street and get a free gift just for stopping by. RSVP to 308-270-3175. Space is limited.
Wake up to the best.
I never miss a morning.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow is excited to see you this spring. Taking care of your skin is important. Barney Health Mart has the products you need, including NextCare products. Save $2 with in-store coupon. Be ready for spring scratches and scrapes and shop their big selection of first aid products, including antibiotic creams, wound care items, and bandages. Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
What's better than free? Nothing. Free is the best, and Bruning Bank has the perfect account for students and young adults getting started. With Bruning Bank's free checking account, you get all the perks with no pressure, no monthly service fees, no minimum balance, and you have access to online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking, and all services are mobile banking offers. Are you ready to get started with better banking? Visit us in person, online at bruningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Happy spring! Come and celebrate with us and save at Beau Bootery. All in-stock Merrells for men and women are marked $20 off. Sandals and summer breezes for the ladies. And guys, come check out Jungle Mocs, ventilators, waterproof mids, and many more styles. Merrells are built to last and to be super comfy. Treat your feet right and save $20 on a pair of Merrells right now at Beau Bootery on the square in Broken Bow.
It is 8:23, working on 8:24 on this Tuesday morning. I'll ask Brent to pass along a little information to you real quick, and we'll see if we can get Mark Stock on the air here shortly.
All right. You let me know what you want to do. You want to play the game now, or do you want to hold off on that?
We can play the game.
You sure?
Yeah, that's a good
okay.
idea.
All right. Tumbleweed Cafe sponsoring the game today, so we're going to be giving you a chance to win a gift certificate to get a free tumbleweed meal at the Tumbleweed. Now, they have changed their hours. They are open now 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily for dine-in, so remember that. But they have now added their new Wake and Bake Nook. So, each Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., you'll find delicious breakfast items including burritos, sandwiches, cinnamon rolls, biscuits and gravy, and more. Each Monday through Friday till 6 p.m., you can visit their Wake and Bake Nook for items to take home and pop in the oven. The casserole of the week this week is the, oh man, this sounds good, barbecue ranch chicken casserole.
Ooh.
Also in the cooler, a Reuben casserole, Runza casserole, chicken and rice, beef stroganoff, enchiladas, hamburger potato casserole, homemade bread, and cakes. It's all from the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow. Here's your question for today. This is National Humor Month, so we're asking questions about comedians. This comic was the star of one of the most popular sitcoms of the 1990s. He was paid a whopping $1 million per episode for his show, which was a show about nothing. Who is this comedian? Your choices are Tim Allen, Jerry Seinfeld, Kelsey Grammer, or Paul Reiser. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Go and enjoy delicious home-style food and dine at the Tumbleweed Cafe from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. Or if you're on the go, swing through the drive-thru. In the morning, grab hot and fresh breakfast items. Need a dinner for the family at home, but don't have the time to make it yourself? Breakfast casseroles, Reuben casseroles, chicken pot pies, lasagna, enchiladas, fresh bread, and more are ready to go home with you to pop in the oven from the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow.
We have Bill on the line. Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing really well.
Good. You have a good Easter?
Yeah.
Good.
We did.
Good. Maybe we can get you something to eat out at the Tumbleweed. Here's Brent.
Oh, I'll be all right.
All right, Bill, this comic was the star of one of the most popular sitcoms of the 1990s. In fact, he was paid a whopping $1 million per episode for his show. Who was it? Was it Tim Allen, Jerry Seinfeld, Kelsey Grammer, or Paul Reiser?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, of course, it was Seinfeld. Way to go. And because you've answered correctly, we got a certificate that'll get you a free tumbleweed meal at the Tumbleweed Cafe. So come on out and see us when you can, and we'll have your certificate ready for you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Bill.
Take care.
You too. 8:26 is your time. You're listening to The Breakfast Show on a Tuesday.
This Friday, head to Ansley because Sun Valley Landscaping will be open for the first day of the season. They have been hard at work inside the greenhouse, planting and growing beautiful plants for you to take home. Whether you know what you want to plant or you're looking for inspiration, the Sun Valley Greenhouse is sure to provide the colorful, beautiful plants you're looking for. This Friday, 10 to 6, day 1 of the season at Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley, just turned by the fire hall.
When you visit RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow this month, you're saving. Quick and free in-store sign-up to be an Ace Rewards member will bring you deals all year. Right now, save on Scott's Naturescapes Color Guard Mulch in Sierra Red, Classic Black, or Deep Forest Brown, 4 for $20. Perfect around trees, shrubs, flowers, and vegetables, it doesn't just look good, it contains only natural products. No construction debris or pallet wood here. Shop RT Ace Hardware all month long in Broken Bow.
The deals go on and on at Gary Superfoods in Broken Bow. Our family shank portion ham is $1.99 a pound. Or get USDA Choice Top Sirloin Baron of the Beef Roast at $6.99 a pound. 6-ounce packages of raspberries are 2 for $4. Thaw and enjoy Marie Callender's pies at $5.99 each. Start your morning right with Simply Orange Juice, $3.49 each. And Folgers Coffee is $7.99. Cans of Green Giant vegetables are 5 for $5. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
Hi, this is Dr. Jency Ross. Summer will be here before we know it, which means right now is the time to get your kids' eye exams scheduled. Don't wait, as appointments do fill up fast. We don't need a study to be conducted to know that sharp vision in the classroom is important. Dr. Sanger and myself are here to make sure you and your family are seeing 20/20. Remember, all kindergartners need checks completed. We'll see you soon at Prairie Eye Care on the square in Broken Bow.
8:28, and Dr. Jacobson is in the house. We're going to visit with the doc right after these words.
Cattlemen, spring is here and things are starting to green up. But alongside the good green like pasture grass and trees come the bad greens. Musk thistles, mullenweed, buckbrush, and other weeds. Let Aero Aviation help you get the bad green under control this spring. They use the latest in aircraft and GPS technology and crop protection products while keeping the good green in your pocket. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim today and schedule spring spraying with Aero Aviation, 872-5113.
Geared for Sports is there for you on the west side of the square in Broken Bow when you're gearing up for your sports endeavors, including those upcoming spring sports. From head to toe, if you need it, they have you covered. Visiting them and don't see what you're searching for? Make sure you talk to Scott. He'll do what he can to get it for you. Geared for Sports, always ready to go the extra distance for their customers. West side of the square in Broken Bow.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. On KCNI KBBN Radio.
It's 8:30, and Doc Jacobson is here from Click Family Healthcare. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Again,
I said earlier I didn't know I was supposed to bring gifts, you know. I didn't realize this was the Christmas season.
Well, Doc,
it's felt like Christmas for Dave and me today.
We would be lying if we don't enjoy guests with gifts.
Yeah.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
But I'm afraid we would probably get a bad reputation after a while if everybody that walked in had to bring a gift. So don't worry about it.
I tell you what, let us give you a gift.
Yes.
All right.
Here
is a sticker. You can do with it what you wish. I love the Get Up and Go breakfast show.
Well, there you go. Thank you.
So thank you for coming in today.
Well, I appreciate that.
See, we get 2 sandwiches, and he gets this big necklace, and you get a sticker.
Well,
and a little one at that. Yeah.
We're really class guys, aren't we?
And who's paying who to be here?
Good point. Good point.
Oh, zinger. Good one. It's good to have you. And by the way, Karen's listening from Belize this morning, and Denise is listening out in Colorado, and Steve Hornickel, a daily listener, says good morning to us. So thanks for dropping those notes in the box this morning. Have you been busy?
We have. Things have slowed down a little bit. They always do a little bit in the spring, but really seeing flare and, spring viral colds, a lot of allergy symptoms. Mm-hmm. We just need more moisture, get things to green up, which is going to make the allergies worse. But, allergies really started last spring when it was so dry, and then those fires that came in. And it just seems like we've been battling them continually.
How tough does that make it as a physician? Because when people walk in the door, is it an allergy? Is it a cold? Is it the flu? Is it respiratory?
Well, a lot of people, will call and want to make an appointment because they have a sinus infection or they think they have a sinus infection. So that's really the thing when they come in. Then it's a matter of looking at what's going on and then explaining to them that we don't see signs of infection and we see, clear nasal drainage. People say, well, I get up in the morning, I blow green out of my nose, I must have a sinus infection. But in reality, the clear drainage, as it oxidizes, will turn green during the night, dries out, so we blow our nose. But I tell our customers that if you blow green in the morning and you blow green at 10 o'clock and you go blow green at noon, it's probably a sinus infection. But if you blow green in the morning and it clears up, it's either viral or it's an allergy. Mm-hmm. In Nebraska, most sinus infections are caused by uncontrolled allergies, especially this time of the year.
Yeah. How much are you seeing people coming in with congestion in the chest right now?
We've seen probably the last month people that have been getting a cold and then just having this cough that lingers for 2, 3, 4 weeks. So we've, it kind of turns more into a bronchitis kind of a picture. So we've had to put some people on some steroids to get that kind of loosened up. Haven't had to do a lot of antibiotics because it's really not an infection. It's just more we treat those symptoms. So there is some of that going around. Flu, influenza, COVID, we still will tell people if you have body aches, go ahead and just do a home COVID test. Mm-hmm. But we've really seen that fall off in our customer base.
Yeah, a little bit of stomach flu going around, I've heard.
Yeah, that's just, the springtime. Especially we'll see it after Easter. I don't know why that first week or two we come back from Easter, the kids will go rampant through the grade schools. It seems like.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's a hangover from all the sugar and the candy that they eat or what, but a little bit of that. But mainly it's just been upper respiratory is what we've been seeing the most of.
We were just talking with Jeff Denson, of course, physical therapy, and it might seem a little weird to some people out there that a physical therapist would be talking about how important water is and hydration, but I imagine you've been talking to some folks about that too with the warm weather coming on.
Right. Yeah, water, everybody needs to be, 80 to 100 ounces of water a day. The old 6 to 8, 10 to 8 ounce glasses of water. The thing a lot of people don't realize is if they drink coffee acts like a diuretic, so it will cause your kidneys to pee off water when you actually need that water. So, if you're drinking coffee, you're working out, an extra 8 ounces for every 30 minutes of exercise. If you're drinking coffee, you need to replace however much coffee you drink with water plus that 80 to 100 ounces, because not only does dehydration cause headaches, muscle aches, constipation. Mm-hmm. It just overall you just don't feel as well if you're dehydrated. Like with Jeff, any kind of muscle healing, your muscles don't stretch as well if they're not hydrated well. So it's very important. And we're going to see some warm weather today, then it's going to cool off, but summer will get here. And we'll all be battling, kids especially, cramps when they're playing baseball or softball or track meets. We'll see that. A lot of people say, well, geez, I'm going to drink Gatorade. And, studies have shown Gatorade is okay, one a day, but Gatorade really is more for those world-class athletes. Most people don't deplete their salt and such in their bodies, being a weekend warrior kind of an athlete.
Yeah.
It's really the kids. I mean, if you've got kids that are running tracks a couple days in a row and it's hot, yeah, but it's really been developed more for super athletes or world-class athletes. Water's the best.
Water's the best. I'm curious, personal question. Are you a coffee drinker?
I've started drinking a little bit. I usually will have like 1 cup. I drink more tea, probably decaf tea, than I do coffee.
Yeah, around here we drink a lot of coffee, and sometimes I know that it would be better having that cup. And Brent is pretty good about this. He'll have a couple cups, and then he fills it with water, and washes that down with some water. And I find myself still drinking coffee, and then like a lot of people get what we think is busy and don't take time to just have a drink of water during the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and as we get older, the thirst center in our brain doesn't work as well as it does when we're kids. So you watch kids outside playing, they're always running over to the hydrant getting a drink. As we get older, I mean, I've had patients in the nursing home that might drink 1 glass of water a day, and they've never get thirsty, but you just almost have to force yourself to drink as we get older.
Yeah, isn't it funny too that some people love water and like to drink it, and like my mother and I, we really don't like water unless it's really hot out and you really need to, quench that thirst. Just to have water is really not something that hits the spot. So that would probably make a difference too.
And I've had patients over the years that say, I don't like water.
Yeah.
If I could put something in it, well, putting something in it usually is some sort of an artificial sweetener, which can lead to other issues, headaches, those kind of things. So I will tell our customers, cut up some limes and throw in, cut up some lemons and throw in.
Put some flavor.
Kind of make your own homemade lemonade kind of a thing without any sugar or sweeteners. And it's like anything, I think it's an acquired taste. People say, I don't like bourbon, but after a while, if they drink it, they get to where they love bourbon. So it's definitely acquired taste. So you just haven't acquired the taste for water, Dave.
Yeah, and I like bourbon in water.
So there you go.
Let that ice melt down a little bit, but that's probably not as healthy as just straight water.
Two ice cubes don't really count.
Yeah.
Well, we all have to remind ourselves of those little things because they do add up. Just the hydration and the exercise part of it you've talked before. And right now we're all getting invigorated to get back out there and do some walking and or even some running for some of the folks who like to run.
Well, I think headaches too. People, people complain of headaches, and I always say when I'm covering a small town ER, the first thing I do when somebody comes with a headache is I have the nurse put an IV in and we run a liter of fluid in, and probably 70% of the time the headache goes away, just because of dehydration causes or makes the headaches worse. So if you can get them hydrated, a lot of times they don't need medicine. So, people call and have a headache. The first thing I always tell them is you need to really force yourself to get hydrated over the next couple of days and see if that doesn't take care of it.
All right.
We're talking earlier with Brent, sports season. So May's kind of the time if kids are going to be going to camps this summer to get their sports physicals done. We do a walk-in $30 or $35 for people to do sports physicals. We do have a new nurse that's working for us. Her name is Christy Bocart. Originally Christy Spencer from Broken Bow.
Nice.
So she actually lives in Loop City, so she's going to be in Broken Bow 1 to 2 days a week, and then in Kearney 2 to 3 days a week.
Good.
So it gives my nurses the ability to not have to worry about asking for a vacation day, because they were always worried that they would leave me by myself, or especially in Broken Bow, we have to close the clinic if Wendy was going to be gone for vacation and such. So it's really nice having her. She's very well versed in family medicine. She's got a lot of family medicine clinical experience. So we're really happy to have her, it's just fun, to have somebody that fits in with our team and is very knowledgeable and gets along well with people, and amazingly knows a lot of people in Broken Bow.
That's good.
Growing up here.
That's good. She'll get to know more too.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm curious about annual checkups, and I don't want to lead you too far off what you want to talk about here this morning, but we always spend a little more time than we plan on when we get to talking with you, because we like to talk about our health, and everybody has a little question out there. But sometimes you talk to people who go get their annual checkup, whether it be for Medicare, for their annual checkup if they have to get one, or because they feel like they need to just check once a year. And sometimes you talk to people and they go, I don't know why I went.
Right.
I went in for about 3 minutes. They kind of checked my blood pressure, which I have a checker at home. I already knew what my blood, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you could probably spend too long having an annual checkup, but how do you do it?
Well, I don't really require annual checkups. If you're a diabetic, you have high blood pressure, you have high cholesterol, I want to see you every 3 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people I kind of have a 5-year rule. So we start drawing fasting blood work at 20, 25, and if things are good, really don't need to see you till you're 30. Things are good, probably 35.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's good about having a periodic, and I'm not saying annual, but a periodic checkup, is just to make sure blood pressure's okay, because a lot of people don't have a blood pressure machine at home, that
Right.
or a cuff, and we always tell them, bring your cuff in so we can check it for accuracy. I mean, I have 3 patients right now who take their blood pressure at home, because if they come in the clinic, their blood pressure's through the roof.
Yeah,
They have
that
white coat,
happens.
white coat hypertension. So they take a blood pressure, they take a picture of it, they text me, we put it in their chart, we add that vital sign to their record. So I don't, like I said, I don't require annual exams. It used to be like woman exams. It used to be you need to have a pap smear every year. Now it's every 3 years. Some women every 5 years. Used to do, if you talk about mammograms for a woman exam, they're. If you look at the American Cancer Society, I think they recommend every year. If you look at ACOG, which is the Obstetrician Gynecology Society, it's every 3 years. Medicare will pay every 3 years. So do you get one every year? Do you get one every 3 years? And I leave that up to my customer, my patient, because they may have an experience in their family or one of their friends, so they
Right.
want to do it every year. So I kind of leave it up to our patients how to do that or what they want to do. But I can say I call it a periodic exam. Now, if you get to be Medicare age, will pay for a quote unquote annual exam, but it's actually an exam where we don't even talk about your health. We talk about all those things that we didn't have our time to talk about. So, what do you have do you have a will in place and all those kind of things. So it was always frustrating when I was in the insurance world that people would come in and say, well, I'm here for my annual exam. It's like, great. What about me? Well, we're not even going to take your blood pressure today. We're going to talk about all. Well, no. Well, okay. You want Medicare to pay for it or not? Because if we talk about the other, Medicare's not going to pay for it. So the beauty of our model is we don't have to deal with that, because insurance doesn't make the rules. You as the customer makes the rules of what you want to do and how frequently you want to do it. I'm there just to give guidance and offer education on options that you have.
Well, I think that's a great answer, because that's what your business, your practice is founded on, is a relationship with the patient, having them tell you, honestly how they feel, and you go from there.
And having the time to spend with our customers to where they can tell us how they feel and what's going on in their life. It just amazes me that, we continue to have what we call churn, which is probably a little bit higher than businesses or clinics that take strictly insurance, because people move, people get different jobs, people get insurance, so that January, February, we'll lose about 40, 50 people every year just because they quote unquote get insurance. And then usually about June they call and say, can they come back because they went to use their insurance and they figured out their deductible $7,000 and everything goes towards deductible. But we don't have to rely on the insurance, or we don't let the insurance tell us what to do. It's what you as an individual and me as your physician working with you, we can make those choices of what you want to do and how frequently to do them. If you have a comorbid condition, diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, we're going to see each other more frequently. Or, we'll get a new patient who comes in and their blood pressure's high, and we do lab work there. We're going to get to know each other pretty well those first 3 or 4 months, because you're going to be coming in periodically. But after that, once we get things stable, it may be 3 months, 6 months, 12 months before we have you come back.
Okay. And when you have those conversations, you talk about family history and all of those things that meld into
family history, social history, work, stress, marital situation, how are the kids, again, we talk about not only the physical, the mental, but also the spiritual, because all of those three things have to kind of meld together for us to be at our best. Because if you're taking your medicine and you're in a good place spiritually, but you're depressed, you're not going to take your medicine, or you're not going to exercise, or you're not going to watch your diet, those kind of things. So we just want to try to work on getting all those things, those three things kind of somewhat aligned for people to feel their best. And it's not, it's not the physician's fault that takes insurance that I only have 15 minutes. It's just the way the system is. So I never want to, people come and say, well, my last doctor, I couldn't ever get in to see them. It's like, well, they've got to see 25 a day just because they've got all this overhead trying to collect the money from your insurance company, where we don't have that. We have the time because you're paying me. And when I talk to physicians about direct primary care, I tell them you have to rethink your thought process, because you now have to provide value. Because people are taking money out of their pocket every month and paying you, you've got to make sure you're providing a value for them. And some people, the value may be seeing them once a year. Other people, the value may be you want to see them once a month. I tell people, I'll see you every day. If we do, though, we're probably going to get psychiatry involved, because there's something else going on while you need to see me every day.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of what we do, is it can be customized to you as the individual, because it's what value you are getting from me and what value we're providing for you. And you make that final call. I mean, I've had people that have gone with us, and they'll call and say, I want to quit. And a question I asked them was, well, why? And what value were you looking for that we're not providing? And we've modified things over the last 5 years just to fit those kind of the questions or the issues that some people have.
Well, even in your service, the customer to a certain degree is always right.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I always tell especially our new customers, that I will never tell you what to do. I will never shake my finger at you and say, Dave, you need to quit smoking. Because as soon as I do, you shut your brain off, and when you walk out, you say, I'm never going back. You have to work and build that relationship to get to a point where you have trust, that now you can start talking about, well, why do you smoke? Why do you drink? Why do you do drugs? Because typically there's an underlying illness that they're treating, and a lot of times it's mental illness. So can we treat the base, or the reason that you smoke, the reason you drink? Nicotine, if nicotine was discovered today, you'd have to have a prescription to get it. It's that addictive.
Yes.
It's no different than the narcotics. But that's not going to happen. So how do you work with people to get them off of? And a lot of times people they started smoking when they were 15 because it was cool. My friends smoke, so I started smoking. Well, now I had a lady yesterday, 63 years old, started smoking when she was 14. 49 years she's been smoking. She said, I'm down to a quarter of a pack. And I said, great.
Yeah.
You've done more than a lot of people. Yeah. Now what can we do to help her get that last 5 cigarettes a day? In my old practice, when I was seeing 20 a day, I didn't have time to really talk about that.
So that's really, folks, kind of a umbrella version of what Dr. Jacobson offers at the clinic here in Broken Bow and in Kearney. And could you just real quick kind of talk about the question in the back of the listener's mind would be, well, how much does it cost?
Sure. Well, our fees are based upon age. I always tell people, just like an old car, the older we get, the more mileage you have, the more maintenance it requires. So kids with an adult are $20 a month. 19 and under. 19 to 44 is $60 a month. 45 to 64 is $85 a month, and over 65 is $110 a month. College kids are $45.
All right.
And that allows you access to come see us. And then we also, if we draw blood, we do that at our cost. We charge $10 to draw your blood, and you pay essentially what I pay for the lab test. So procedures, we don't upcharge those a lot. We just want to cover our costs. So those are benefits, that kind of ancillary benefits that our customers get.
Okay. All right. Let's just pretend I'm in a session with you right now at your office there.
Okay.
Doc, I've been in the evenings. One of the last things I do is I go get some water with ice, and I dive into a bag of Ruffled salted potato chips. And the next thing I know, I've got about half the bag gone. What can I do about it?
Well, you know, studies have shown to start a new habit or break an old habit takes about 21 days. Okay. So you've got to figure out some other reward system for whatever you're treating.
Okay.
So
all right.
Ask yourself, why am I eating those chips at 9 o'clock at night? You know, right. Is it a lack of love? Is it?
Oh, no. There's a lot of love at my place. I don't know. It's weird, though. And sometimes that's how habits get started, because I'm not typically a big chip eater once in a while, but the last few days, you know, I'll go get that glass of water and grab a bag of chips.
A lot of times in the evenings, it's simply boredom.
Oh.
People get bored. You know, it's like, what do I do? You know, we become a society that's so technology driven, so always with our hands. You know, watch kids. You know, kids today always have a phone in their hand if they're, you know, adult high school kids.
Right.
Watch a kid take their phone away and just watch them, and it's like they're lost because they're so technology driven.
Yeah.
And you know, I watched a podcast a while back. This doctor was talking about what would happen if we never got bored, and it was interesting. Things like chips, things like pornography, things like reaching for our phone. If we weren't bored, we wouldn't be doing those things. But then on the flip side, if we become addicted to technology, we're now missing out on all those things that we need to have, and the kids need to grow and expand their mind and those kind of things. So it's sometimes it's kind of a you're damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of times as we get older, we're just more bored in the evenings. You know, you got a guy like Brent who's on the road all the time. You know, he's at ball games, he's moving, he doesn't have a chance to get bored.
So, in other words, I hate to close with this thought, but otherwise, you're saying I'm a boring guy.
Yeah, I've heard Brett, you've twist words on Brent enough. So.
Yeah, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
So I guess the question, Dave, is why are we saying that? What's the underlying thought process that you're going through your mind right now?
Well, I'm sorry, Doc, we're out of time right now.
Hey, can I ask just one quick question? You mentioned sports physicals for the youth. Do you need to be have a membership for Click Family Health to do those physicals?
We do
or
walk-in
not?
sports physicals.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're a member, you know, well child checks, school physicals, all those things are included.
Mm-hmm.
But we do walk-in sports physicals, and it's $30 or $35.
Okay. Right.
For those, and so that's just a matter of call the clinic, and we'll just have you come in. You know, we ask you bring the form from the school.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, you use the one from the NSAA. But we don't need to be a member for that.
All right.
You know, the big thing, last thing I just want to close with, coming into spring, we talked a little bit about sun. We talked, about the kids getting out. So bike helmets, sunscreen, just those little safety things that we need to be cognizant of. Slow down on the streets of Broken Bow, just because the kids are going to be getting out of school, riding their bikes. And unfortunately, kids are don't understand consequences until they get older. So they get kind of in their own world and ride out in the streets or chase a ball out in the streets. So just be safe out there. Farmers, we're heading into spring where it's going to be long hours planting. So just be safe. Don't do anything silly.
All right. To add to that, and this is not from Dr. Jacobson, but I would just add to that those safety notes. When you're in downtown Broken Bow, do not believe that because you're going a crosswalk, you're going to cross the street on a crosswalk, that the person driving the car is going to stop for you.
Did you find that out?
If you want to really blow your mind and do a study, sit at a crosswalk in Broken Bow and see how many people would have got run over if they would have thought they had a right to that crosswalk.
I actually when we lived in Omaha, I got hit by a car in a crosswalk.
Oh, man.
You know, and it was just, they pulled up and they looked left, they looked right, they looked left and took off, and we were coming from the right, and I ended up on their hood, and
oh, jeez,
just happened to put my elbow in the windshield, and
ouch.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I'm just glad here that there's not more of those kind of accidents.
Well, my Aunt Pauline actually got hit in a crosswalk. She was walking across from Varney's to the north, and a car turned into the sun. And actually didn't see her.
Yeah.
But she, you know, we kind of experienced that in our family. But, yeah, you know, it's unfortunate. It's not a broken bow. I mean, you do the same in Kearney. It's just like people sometimes, we get off in our own little worlds when we're driving. We just don't pay attention to what's going on around us, or we're distracted, or, you know, it's driving back and forth to Kearney twice, or Broken Bow twice a week. The number of people who are on their phone driving, rolling down the highway, you see them and they see the car kind of coming over. It's like, oh, no, they got their head down, and they look up. And
used to, and in some cases it still would be the situation, but it used to be, hey, those people are drinking, right?
Right.
Now, more often than not, when they go by, they got their face in that phone.
Right.
Or what one that also gets me is if they're making a left-hand turn in, say, a community, and you're waiting for them to make that left-hand turn, and you look out, and they're down at their phone. They don't even know where they're at.
Tap on the horn, and they're distracted.
Well, thanks. We always have fun when you come in.
Yeah, well, I enjoy
Appreciate it. And check out Dr. Jacobson and his great staff here in Broken Bow and or Kearney, Click Family Healthcare.
Your website, Quick.
ClickFamilyHealth.com.
Okay.
All right. I want to talk to you about the chips a little further, but I'm just going to quit tonight. I'm not going to have any chips.
All right.
Just mark my word on that.
I will ask you next time I see you. Sometimes it's leave the coloring out of the water, too.
Well, see, that's why I go water at the end, and then chips.
I feel like this has turned into a doctor visit on Dave's part. Charge him for this half hour, would you?
Hey, boy, he got a sticker.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys. With that, I think I'm going to go to work.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The mayor of Louisville, Craig Greenberg, says something needs to be done after 5 people were killed in a mass shooting at a bank there, telling CBS Mornings.
Let's take action. Let's do something about this. Let's not have other mayors and chiefs of police grieving about people who they've lost in their city.
Gun violence is now the #1 killer of children and teens in the nation. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder.
This is a uniquely American problem that we're seeing our kids and teens dying from guns in this way.
The Justice Department is appealing a Texas court ruling that could mean 1 of 2 drugs in an abortion pill won't be available by Friday. Loyola law professor Lori Levinson.
This is such a significant issue that it seems almost reckless for the Fifth Circuit to allow this new ruling to go into effect without it having a chance to look at the case closely.
CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keys.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
Sean Murphy was clutch for the Braves on Monday.
And Sean Murphy will lead it off. And the first pitch to him, swung on, drilled to deep center field. Back goes Idle, all the way to the warning track to the wall. He leaps. He can't get it. It is a walk-off home run for Sean Murphy into the Braves bullpen.
Braves Radio Network on the call. The final score against the Reds was 5-4. Rangers left-hander Andrew Heaney tied an American League record by striking out 9 consecutive batters as they beat the Kansas City Royals 11-2. But it's the Tampa Bay Rays who are 10-0 to start the season after beating the Red Sox 1-0. On the ice, Florida leads Pittsburgh by 2 points, and New York leads them by 1 point for the final playoff spot in the East. Winnipeg remains 3 points up on Nashville for the last playoff spot in the West, and Calgary was officially eliminated from the playoffs.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Sunshine today with our high nearing 84. South winds between 10 and 25 and gusting as high as 35. Clear skies overnight with a low around 51. South winds between 15 and 25 and gusting as high as 35. Sunshine and warmer throughout Wednesday with a high of 88. South winds still between 15 and 20 and gusting as high as 35. And clear and 56 over Wednesday night. South winds still gusting as high as 40 miles per hour. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Kara Foster.
Well, folks, today BigIron.com will be selling some livestock. We've got some spring pairs and bulls selling. Eric Thompson by Pender, Nebraska. They've been in the cow-calf business for over 40 years, and they've got Charolais bulls that they will be selling to the highest bidder. If you're looking for quality breeding stock, folks, with the Charolais genetics, please go to the Big Iron website. These first items start to close at 1 o'clock. We've also got some really nice Red Angus pairs that will sell today. Right On Cattle and the Mark Nelson family have been developing and selling purebred Red Angus bulls for over 15 years, and they've got some outstanding Red Angus pairs that will sell today. There are bulls selling from Atkinson, Nebraska, Vermilion, South Dakota, Bloomfield, Nebraska, just to name a few. This livestock sale on BigIron.com starts to conclude at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Tomorrow's big sale, folks, featuring over 2,500 pieces of machinery. Some of the items selling include a one-owner John Deere 8120 mechanical front tractor selling in Broken Bow, Nebraska for Bill Coleman. This particular sale, folks, features some Isuzu power units, just outstanding well-kept equipment, plus several John Deere Green Star 2630 displays. Edward Stepanek is retiring by St. Paul, Nebraska. They have 70 items, including a Haybuster 2650 bale processor. Really nice, well-cared-for equipment on this particular auction, featuring a 1954 Super MTA plus a 1066 that you need to take a look at. Hornick Brothers are retiring by Atwood, Kansas. Wow, what a nice lineup of chemical application equipment and support equipment. A 2019 Roadrunner drop deck trailer with a Profil 2 system will sell to the highest bidder. They've got a John Deere 4830 self-propelled sprayer. There's a 2018 Westfield 130-84 auger that is selling. They've got several poly tanks and cone bottom stands and tender trailers, plus a 2007 Case IH 2588 combine. Kimball Farms by Callaway, Nebraska, folks. They're selling a 1986 Fruhoff liquid fertilizer semi-trailer. They've got a 1978 Ford LT 9000 grain truck. Check out the Case IH 3900 series 30-foot tandem disc. All these items selling by Callaway. Herdco Feedlot by Bartlett, Nebraska. They've got 18 items on the sale. A 2013 Caterpillar 938K high-lift wheel loader will sell. They've got a 2014 Ford F250 King Ranch crew cab pickup with a flatbed on the back, so check that out. They've also got a Cat 950 wheel loader that will sell, and a John Deere 355 two-wheel drive utility tractor, plus a John Deere 8420 and a Cat 950 wheel loader. They got two of those on the sale. Check out their 1066 tractor as well. Now, Milo Cheshire is from Hayes Center, Nebraska. They've got a 2017 John Deere 8345 RT tracked tractor. They've got a 2019 John Deere S780 combine selling, a 2009 Duo Lift seed tender. They've also got the Freeman 5400 series self-propelled bale stack mover truck. These items in Hayes Center sell here on April the 12th. Ivan and Joyce Kingham are retiring from Norton, Kansas. They've got a John Deere 4830 self-propelled sprayer. They've got a Crustbuster Speed King tender with dual lift trailer. They've also got a John Deere 8320 mechanical front tractor, and they've got the Starfire 3000 receiver and a 2630 display. These items by Norton, Kansas. Now, Hanson and Son, they're from Jamestown, Kansas, and they'll be selling a Gleaner R62 combine, a 2001 model, and they've got a 2002 model R62 as well. They've got a Miller offset disc and some AGCO flex heads and corn heads. Folks, as the sun warms up the grass, the lawns are turning green, and Groney's Outdoor Power out of Grand Island, Nebraska, every year they sell their good quality trade-ins that they've serviced over the winter, and now they're selling 2002 Big Dog Alpha Zero Turn riding lawnmower. They've got several really, really nice grasshopper lawnmowers. So if you're into getting your lawns looking real pretty, check out all the good quality equipment that's selling in Grand Island, Nebraska for Groney's Outdoor Power. Plus, they've got some Alcoa hot pressure washers They've got some utility trailers. They got some Hobart wire feed welders, all selling on the Big Iron Sale Wednesday. Also a big sale for Dolores Leona Eichenberg Estate, folks, by Haswell, Colorado. They have 51 items, including a John Deere 8960 four-wheel drive tractor. They've got a Steiger KM360 four-wheel drive tractor that is selling. If you need some good quality creep feeders, they've got several Apache creep feeders that will sell as well. There's a John Deere 566 round baler on this particular sale. All the equipment by Haswell, Colorado. And 4J Land and Cattle Inc. out of Galva, Kansas. They've got equipment selling on this sale as well. Folks, a big sale, over 2,500 plus items selling on April the 12th. And then on Thursday, April the 13th, the Nick Gasper Estate Auction in Gasper Enterprises. They'll be selling 70 high-quality items, a 2010 Case IH Patriot 4420 sprayer. There's a 2014 Challenger MT 865C track tractor. They've got a Case IH 7220 Magnum that will sell. They got a Caterpillar D8R dozer with a ripper. It's a 1999 model. A Super Sharp 2006 John Deere 200C LC excavator with a hydraulic thumb. Nick run a millwright business as well, and he had a 1995 Grove 50-ton hydraulic truck crane, and that will sell on the April 13th auction. This is a special sale on Thursday. They've also got two 2023 Wilson DWH 750 GM tri-axle grain trailers. They are consecutive serial numbers, and they were only used for a third of last year's harvest season as they got them in late in the season. So if you're looking for quality equipment, folks, please dial up the Big Iron Sale for the Nick Gasper Estate Sale and Gasper Enterprises here coming up on Thursday, April the 13th. Those are just some of the items that are going on this week on the BigIron.com website. Dial through all of the equipment, call the owners, call the Big Iron reps. Everything sells with no reserve and no buyer's fee. And if you've got equipment you would like to sell, if you want to get your retirement auction scheduled for this summer or even this fall, pick up the phone, call us, 1-800-937-3558.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right, but right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
9 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock, 58 degrees outside already under a partly sunny sky, or the sky is blue with the sun burning through some clouds out there. But the big thing today is those winds and dry conditions. Again, we'll be in a red flag situation for fire danger at noon today until 9 o'clock tonight. So be sure and be careful out there with any burning materials. Jody's here.
Good morning.
Off Broadway. I wanted to use mic 6.
Oh, yeah.
For you, Jody. I haven't used mic 6 for a while. Let me get that up and going there. Yeah, there it is. And I'll turn down this mic so that I can be a part of the conversation with you and Brent. So I'm
Looks
on,
good.
Thanks. I'm on mic 6 now. You're on mic 2 over there.
Yes,
Brent.
hello.
Mic 4.
Hello.
So we're set to go. How you doing?
Good.
I asked you off the air. How's Bob doing?
He's doing good.
Good. Sounds like you guys are enjoying one another's company in the springtime. That's good.
It's good. We're waiting for the fishing to start.
Oh, good for you. Not only do you eat chips, you fish as well.
Yes.
That Bob's a lucky man, isn't he, Brent?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Brent's necklace?
I like his jewelry that he's got on today.
It's heavy duty.
It is.
Yeah.
It's heavier than you think.
I
It really
bet.
is.
Does it bother you to think that Brent mentioned earlier that he might even sleep with it on.
That don't bother me at all.
Okay, good. Dr. Jacobson thought that was a little creepy, but I'm glad it doesn't bother you.
To each their own.
That's right.
All right, enough foolishness. Let's talk about off-Broadway assisted living. Spring is here, and we're having some nice days other than that darn wind.
Yes.
But I imagine the folks who live at off-Broadway have been enjoying getting out a little bit more here lately.
You know, they are loving it, and it's good to see the smiles on their faces when they come back in, and they've been able to sit outside and enjoy it.
Yeah, and they have the gazebo out there. They can go out and sit around and talk and chat. And it's not a long walk, but it's a nice little getaway from the building. Or they can hop in their car and drive downtown if they want to, if they happen to still have an automobile and want to keep that. You make that happen too, don't you?
Oh, yeah. We've got several of them that have their own vehicles there. So they're getting ready for the garden, so Dennis had to go get the garden ready, so.
Oh, wow, it's tilled up and getting ready to go?
It's getting ready.
What typically last year, did they have a lot of tomatoes?
Tomatoes, and I think they had some lettuce, and I don't remember what all last year they had.
Yeah. Tomatoes are a big hit.
Big thing, yep.
Lettuce is hard to grow, I think, isn't it, sometimes, or not so much?
I've done it, so it can't be too hard. I'm not a gardener, so.
Well, there's nothing better than fresh produce, and I'm sure that's something they enjoy growing and eating at the same time.
Yeah.
How you fix for rooms? Do you have any space?
We're down to the very last few right now. It's getting, the choice is getting really picky, so.
Okay. So if they've been thinking about it, or maybe they're even on the list, which is a good idea to do, get on the list.
Yep.
If you're thinking about moving in, and might want to talk to you about it sooner than later then.
Yes. They just need to call or stop in and talk to me, and we'll see what we can do to get that process going.
All right. So I think we probably need to mention sometimes, too, that when people move out and new people move in, there's always a fresh coat of paint and a good clean up, and it's all ready to go, sparkling brand new practically for the new residents, right?
Yes, Dennis does all that, and we have some other folks that will come in and do the painting if we need it, and you know, if I think it needs new carpet, we'll put new carpet in it right away for them.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, we're always happy to ask you about this situation because it keeps getting better, and all of our customers that come in on the breakfast show sounds like they're having better luck filling the positions out there. And I know you filled some, but do you have some open yet?
Yeah, we do. We've got so we're looking for an LPN or RN to fill our resident service coordinator. We've got a $2,000 sign-on bonus for that right now. So just stop in and talk to me about it. We have a certified dietary manager position still open. That sign-on bonus is $1,000. So by any means, if you're looking for something new, challenging, just want a different change in an atmosphere, please stop in or call me. I'd be more than happy to talk to anybody about it.
All right. And as I remember, through this period of time, you've increased the hourly rates on these positions up there very nicely.
Yes.
And there's some benefit package available along with these positions as well.
Yes. The one thing that I want to mention that is part-time positions also includes that personal time off.
All right.
Which is kind of unusual for businesses to do that.
Yeah, that is unusual.
So.
Okay. Brent, did you have any questions, or are you just holding up yourself with that big chain around your neck?
Yeah, I'm trying to sit up straight. This chain is weighing me down. Did you have a hot dog feed or something coming up?
We do.
Okay.
The 24th of April, we're having our hot dog feed. The residents look forward to that. So if you want to come join us, just give me a call and we'll iron out the details.
All right.
You're more than welcome.
Well, you kind of need to know how many people you're going to be making hot dogs for.
Yeah.
So
Yep. So just call me and let me know so we can have enough food.
All right. We've talked with Doc Jacobson this morning, and we were talking about all the different bugs that are still out there. So I know you guys are being careful about, being as cautious as you can without inhibiting the people's visitations and so forth. Where are you at on that right now?
Well, right now, since Custer County transmission rate is in the yellow, the visitors, residents, and staff do not have to wear masks.
All right.
That's great news.
So, yeah, it's good to go once in a while without that.
Yeah,
so.
It's been a long haul.
It has.
And that's going into spring. That's real good news.
Yep.
Anything else that we didn't ask you about that you wanted to mention this morning?
I don't think so. Just come in and talk to me. And, if you just want to come in and tour the facility to see what it's like, I welcome that at any time.
Okay. All right.
So.
One last personal question, if you don't mind.
Okay.
What's your favorite species of fish to catch? I think we may have touched on this before, but I'm thinking crappie maybe.
Crappie, catfish, walleye. I don't have a specific one. I just like catching fish.
Yeah. Are you a catch and releaser, or do you like to eat them?
Depends.
Yeah.
Depends on how big they are.
Yeah. A little teeny bluegill sometimes is not worth the effort.
No.
But crappie, if they get big, are worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bass. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Do you have a boat?
Oh, I've got a boat, and then I've got a pontoon.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
Man, I tell you, that Bob is one lucky man. Do you have a fish finder on him?
Yeah.
Oh,
both of them.
Can you read it? I mean,
yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
See, I know there's supposed to be a little hook. That's supposed to be a fish, right? Now, I have one that's a cheaper model where you can push the button and it actually shows a fish.
Fish on it, yep.
Yeah. But I'm wondering when I look at it, like there's fish everywhere and I'm not catching any. I'm wondering if it's just pictures of fish on there and they're not really in there.
They're probably just not hungry.
Okay.
They're probably just suspended.
Oh. I tell you, that Bob has got it going on, man. Thanks, Jody.
Thank you.
Check it out at Off-Broadway Assisted Living. I think you can tell Jody's a great gal, and she has a great crew, and they'd love to have you come take a look. And if not now, maybe this fall. And the rooms are short. There's not a lot of them available right now, so stop in and see her soon and take a look. All right, we'll take a timeout. Right after these words, we'll be back with more information.
I'm Martin Schindler, your Nebraska Constellation representative in the Choice Gas program. We're proud to support the future leaders of Nebraska by contributing a portion of our proceeds to FFA and 4-H programs across the state.
The evolution of my involvement with FFA has been really fun for me. FFA was more than just learning in the classroom about topics for agriculture. I was also introduced to topics like entrepreneurship and record keeping, things that are relevant to any type of business. When we see a chapter start in an area, we see an impact that's going to create ripples in a positive way throughout the entire community and across the region. There's such a variety of different career paths that we could lead a student to. I think that there's a place for everyone in FFA.
Choice Gas selection has begun. Call 877-274-5710 by April 26 to make your choice. Constellation is proud to support Nebraska 4-H and FFA.
Amp up your spring with fast, reliable, fiber-driven internet from Great Plains Communications. Stay up to speed with online gaming. Work, learn, and stay connected to family and friends from the comfort of your home. Or enjoy a night in streaming your favorites. So amp up and get on the fast track this spring with internet and more from your hometown provider with over a century of experience. Call 877-839-9494 or visit gpcom.com to connect your home. Speeds and availability may vary by location.
9:20 is your time. We have a few more things we want to take care of here on this Tuesday morning. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. And I hope through having a little fun and getting serious once in a while, you get a little bit of everything here on The Breakfast Show. I'm very impressed that Jody has a Humminbird fish finder. I have more respect for her than ever, especially since she knows how to read it and set it up.
There you go.
Brent.
Hey, Dave.
I swear.
Good song, by the way.
That is a
great song. Yeah, go ahead.
Michael Montgomery, is that?
Yes, very good, Dave.
Wow.
John Michael Montgomery. Wow, I'm impressed.
Gee, I've been playing that pure country. It's starting to get into my brain. Going into town, I got to tell you, I'm getting kind of creeped out.
Creeped out how?
Well, I believe, I keep looking, and I swear, as I said, Chip is winking when I go by.
How so?
Well, Tina's up there, Liana, and
the
Chip
big billboard.
on the big billboard
Yes,
sign.
okay.
And I swear, when I drive, his eyes start following. And just before I get past the sign, he kind of gives me a wink.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
It's creeping me out.
Maybe that was just the wind lately, kind of messing with the billboard a little bit, kind of moved it just a little bit and made it look like he was winking at you.
Loose canvas might be moving his eyeball. I'm not sure. It's creepy.
I do assume this is a segue into the Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency live read. Is that right?
That's up to you.
Okay. Hey, stop in at the Broken Bow office and meet Tina. That's where she's at. Walk-ins are welcome. She would love to meet with new prospects to discuss home, auto, farm, and commercial needs. Hours are 9 to 5, Monday through Thursday, Friday 9 to noon, or by appointment at the Broken Bow office. Tina would be happy to review your current coverage, make suggestions, and offer a free quote, as she has several carriers to choose from. They hate to see anyone have an insurance claim, but when there is a snowstorm and buildings come down, as we saw this past winter, it's always a good reminder to check your policy to be sure you're covered if it happens to you. So, Broken Bow office, 914 South D Street, 872-6996 is the number. Don't be caught surprised when you have a claim. Call Tina in Broken Bow or contact Chip in Callaway for your home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Of course, Liana works at all of the locations, available for all questions, especially regarding life, health, and Medicare insurance. As always, quotes are free, and they'd love to have the chance to provide insurance protection for the things that matter most to you. That's Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, offices locally in Broken Bow and Callaway.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you so much.
You're
Matter
welcome
of fact,
so much.
I believe you deserve an applause for that.
Oh, thanks.
Got to tell you the honest truth.
Okay, honesty's good.
Yeah. Walked in this morning, and it smelled a little mildewy or something in the front breezeway.
Oh.
Then I kind of noticed it in the, I told you the other day I turned the air conditioner on.
Oh.
I think a good idea maybe would have been to, and I'm still going to do it, but have the air conditioners checked out here before we really warm up and get into the hot summer season.
I'd say that's a good idea.
Checking, maybe somebody would wash out and make sure everything's clean and everything's tight and it's not leaking and stuff. Any ideas who I might call for that?
Well, how about Taylor Heating and Cooling? They would be kind of at the top of my list.
They would be good.
Whether you want your home cooler or warmer, Taylor Heating and Cooling is who you should call. They are your Daikin dealers. Matt or Andy can help you decide on the best system for your home. Call them at 872-6196. Daikin does it all with less energy than your old system. Their inverter technology uses 30% less energy than traditional non-inverter systems. So that means while your home is cooling, your energy bill is getting cool also. They have the solutions you need for total home comfort, so contact Matt and Andy with Taylor Heating and Cooling at 872-6196.
All righty then. I got to play this song because it's in my head. I got to play it. It's kind of like a bag of chips.
Oh, yeah?
It's calling your name.
Ah, yeah. Doc Jacobson, there really is something to this boredom eating thing.
Oh, I'm sure.
I struggle with it, especially at night. You get bored, so you just go to the kitchen to look for something, and you just grab it and start munching on it. Is that a thing that happens when you get older? I just don't remember battling that like I battle it now.
I don't know what the doc is talking about. Being bored and causing you to eat chips. I mean, look, I get to go home today.
Yeah.
and have an exciting evening with my wife,
Yeah.
Dr. Jacobson. And we're going to move some furniture together.
There you go.
Tonight.
Well, listen, there's other things that can cause you to snack and, manual labor, working, moving furniture. You got to replenish yourself so you get hungry.
This is probably the scenario that fits this situation. Going to move the furniture together.
Okay.
Probably try to catch a snack or maybe a light meal before we start.
Mm-hmm.
And then tell ourselves we're going to have something to eat afterwards. And then feeling a little bit too tuckered to really care about eating, so you just go get a bag of chips.
There you go.
Here's Charlie Crockett. Charlie Crockett, Trinity River, right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. I heard a conversation you were having yesterday about Christy Wells, how she's become famous. Have we made Christy famous out there in Radio Land?
I don't know. Well, my daughters came over for Easter dinner on Sunday, and Alyssa had her boyfriend with her, and he has started listening to the show. So thanks.
Yeah, thank
Colby,
you
for that. Appreciate that. But anyway, he'd never been in the station before, so they swung out.
Oh.
And wanted to kind of have a tour of the place, and so he asked me, hey, that lady that you guys just keep picking on all the time, where does she work at? And so I said, well, that's her desk, that's her cubicle right over there. So, yeah, I think Christy's kind of become famous. We've made her famous, I guess.
Is that why she has a special chair?
I don't know.
Because she has
she has the nicest chair of anybody here. But in her defense, I think that was purchased by, I think her husband got that for her, didn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mark did.
Okay. Yeah.
Why
that's
did he
very
do
nice.
that?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
I don't know. Oh, boy.
How come it's not working? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Just didn't hit the button hard enough.
Yes.
Hey, Christy, how's it going?
I just love the way she answers the phone when you contact her. Yes.
What did you need today?
Well, I heard the conversation yesterday about you becoming famous from, I guess, because you work at KCNI, KBB, and
No, because I'm the one that's always picked on.
Well, I don't.
That's how I'm known. Oh, you're the one they always pick on.
I don't agree with that at all.
I had 2 people say that to me over the weekend.
Really?
And then Brent tells me that story. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm known for.
Well, I just don't think that's true, but I got a question. Why did Mark buy you a special chair?
He tries to keep me happy.
Oh, boy.
Not even going there.
I think we better hang up.
Goodbye.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, do you want to have me a live read?
Sure. Hey, you know what? Maybe we could go to Circle V Stitch and Post. We'll get Christy a shirt. Just get it embroidered right. I'm the one they pick on.
Or I'm special.
I'm special. That'd be better.
I'm special.
I'm special. You can do that at Circle V Stitch and Post.
You can.
They're located north of Broken Bow, as many of you know, out there on Paulson Road. Call Velma today to get your creation started. 308-872-6173. Can do so many neat things with her quality custom embroidery service. As we come into the spring and summer, maybe you want to put together some nice short sleeve shirts for your business, for people to wear. She can put together something really nice that'll stand out for you. Does ball caps, of course, jackets, whatever. Also, if you have been invited to a wedding or a baby shower, you want kind of a special personalized gift, she can do a lot of things there. Can do things like towel sets, personalized blankets, and such. So give her a call today to get your creation started. 872-6173, Circle V Stitch and Post, just north of Broken Bow, out on Paulson Road.
Just so you folks know, I've moved to mic 6. I think it's a better microphone for these particular live reads.
Yeah?
I just like the way you can sit up straight and don't have to lean into the mic, and it's right there. So on mic 6, Brent's on mic 2.
Hello.
Oh, by the way, Jeremy Shipe stopped in to let you know that the Oak Ridge Boys are going to be at the State Fair. You got all lit up.
I love the Oak Ridge Boys. My folks love the Oak Ridge Boys. I think Mom and Dad went and saw them in Branson not too long ago.
Is that the originals?
Yeah, I think they're all still together.
Wow, that's
I think so. Yeah.
Think you go down and see them? Hear them?
Yeah, I don't know. It depends what day they're playing, and if you people will let me off that day.
You know what I'd try to maybe talk to Rick Nelson. I bet he could maybe scam some tickets for you.
Oh, you think? All right.
Early childhood infant toddler cook position open through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership. They're looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler cook. Here in Broken Bow, this is a full-time position with a starting wage of $13.76 per hour. Full benefits such as paid birthday off, employer matched retirement up to 3%, and much, much more. Paid time off, generous there, health, dental, life, vision insurance. You must have a high school diploma or equivalent, a valid driver's license for Nebraska, and a working phone, and previous experience working with infants up to 3 years of age and their families. General duties would include purchasing food and preparing meals, complying with the USDA requirements, responsible for cleaning the classroom and doing dishes and laundry and so forth. If you need an application, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780 or extension 0, or apply online at centralnebraskacap.com. This position will remain open until filled. They are an equal opportunity employer.
Nebraska Land Hearing Center, our good friend Roxanne is there, a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience, offering great discounts just for using the local service of Nebraska Land Hearing Center. So visit with her about more opportunities there. She also wants you to know that she accepts CARE credit cards. This enables you to finance hearing aids for over a period of time with lower payments. So make sure you ask Roxanne about the CARE credit cards. Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world right here, so there's no need to go out of the area anymore to get your hearing checked. Roxanne provides state-of-the-art tech, which includes rechargeable hearing aids. No batteries anymore to worry about replacing. So get your appointment set up today by calling 308-384-3852. 308-384-3852 to make an appointment with the Nebraska Land Hearing Center.
The Nebraska Department of Transportation has openings for highway maintenance workers at Ansley and Broken Bow. There's a $2,500 hiring bonus, so if you're hired, you'll start off with that $2,500. Seeking dedicated and hardworking team players that are willing and able to operate equipment such as a snowplow. Training and career development provided, advanced opportunities, ample paid time off, a work-life balance, comprehensive benefits package including matching retirement contribution. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees hard work with friendly and supportive environment that encourages creativity and innovation. You can apply, and you have to do this online at statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. Give them a call. No, I guess you just better just do it online again at statejobs.nebraska.gov.
There you go.
Quilting Shack and Cleaning Shack in Broken Bow out on East Highway 2 is ready to help you with, well, first of all, on the cleaning side, dry cleaning. There are certain garments that just have to be dry cleaned, and some that look better if you do it that way, even though you could wash them. They're located inside the Quilting Shack on East Highway 2. The drop-off deadline is on Wednesday by 11:30 a.m. to have it back the following Wednesday by 4 p.m. And the Cleaning Shack is there for us to use, so we'll have those sorts of services, and it is inside the Quilting Shack. The Quilting Shack is just, you know, pumped up for spring. You can imagine all the different colors and things that they can offer for crafts and sewing and so forth. So be ready to walk in and be awed by what they have in the store. Don't forget, as you get started on your summer 4-H projects, they offer a 20% discount on your purchase for 4-H. You can also find the Word of the Week on their Facebook page each week, giving you a discount on your purchase. The Quilting Shack, East Highway 2 in Broken Bow. And let's see, this is the 11th, so mark your calendars. Back to the Cleaning Shack. Mark your calendars because the Pillow Cleaning Man is going to be back on Tuesday, April 18th from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m., and they clean all types of pillows, feather, foam, down, fiber fill, and also will have types of new pillows available for purchase as well. That's all available at the Quilting Shack and Cleaning Shack, East Highway 2, Broken Bow, Nebraska. And that takes care of Mike 6.
All right.
Going back to Mike 1. There we are.
Okay.
Swing that over.
There you go. There he is, folks.
Back on Mike 1.
David J. Burney back on Mike 1. Mike 1. Check 1.
I'm telling you, the technology here is awesome.
Oh, boy.
Anything else we needed to cover, Brent?
I don't think so. For today, anyway. I think we got all the business taken care of anyway.
I wanted to just offer this menu item to close the show.
Wow, menu item. Okay.
Yes, it's called poutine.
Poutine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's National Poutine Day. Invented by our Canadian neighbors, poutine is a sloppy mess of French fries, cheese curds, and gravy all mixed together in a bowl.
Oh, man, that kind of sounds good to me.
It might look a little gross, but poutine is loved by many. It was invented back in 1957 when a trucker stopped in at a diner in Quebec and asked for cheese curds on his fries. The word poutine in Quebec slang means a mess.
Oh. All right.
Also, before we close, very important item that's a little spooky, and I don't want to freak you out, but there has been a mystery animal seen in a state park in Texas. A surveillance camera at the state park in Texas has captured the imaginations along with something never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new species.
Oh.
Is it an escape from a zoo or just a park ranger in a furry costume? The night vision footage shows something like a cross between a bear and a rat about the size of a car. Social media detectives think it's everything from a pregnant badger to a small hippo. One thing's for sure, rangers don't know what it is.
I'm sorry. So it's anything from what did they just say? A pregnant badger to a small hippo?
Yes, size of a car.
Wow. That's quite
my.
That seems like quite the broad description there.
I don't know what you're chuckling about.
Not sure if it's a small hippo or a pregnant badger.
That's right.
Okay.
And the Texas Rangers don't know what it is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Think about that
Could
one.
be another Bigfoot type thing.
Could be. I don't know. But it's got to be true.
You know it.
Because it was from CBS. Goodbye.
See ya.